has to do with games, gaming history. Ignore what I just did. I hit enter, all that good stuff. Add player, push down with the cursor, and enter. Boom. Yeah. Well, if you got unlimited money, then you can afford bread.
Merry Christmas to all trivia enthusiasts. I'm glad you found some time to sneak away from your relatives and spend your Christmas day doing something real important instead.
Indeed.
I won't pick on you for playing alone. It looks like life is picking on you enough already.
You watch your mouth, elevator lady.
Is this your first time on the rerun? Very good. It is always nice to be face to face with veteran quizzers. Here are your buzzers for this game. Please allow me to remind you that this is a non-profit fan project in no way associated with Jackbox Games.
Yes.
And now, please enjoy the re-ride. Perhaps we will meet at the bottom.
Yeah, maybe.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of the Re-Ride is brought to you by Force Feedback Underwear. Undergarments that keep your rear in gear while keeping your privates covered. And now, please welcome a man who has Cookie Masterson on speed dial, Sam Feely.
Hey there, capital G gamer. Gotta love someone who will use any advantage they have at their disposal to win. Unfortunately for you, here on the Re-Ride, there's no cheat codes. It's 100% a battle of wits. And the escape button in Google, but that's not the point. Grab your pawns, cards, boards, controllers, and keyboards, and let the games begin. How much is this one worth to you? Nothing too spicy, just the right temperature. Here's what we're cooking. It's a heated gaming moment, Charlie Brown. Alright, I want you to imagine the following scene from a Peanuts cartoon. Charlie Brown and Lucy are playing with Charlie Brown medallions. How will this game most likely play out? Lucy exiles Charlie Brown's library with Jace the Mind Sculptor. Charlie Brown's fox falls off the edge of Final Destination. Lucy 360 no-scopes Charlie Brown in Nuketown. Or Charlie Brown goes bankrupt, paying the rent on Park Place. I'm afraid we'll have to garnish your wages. Jace the Mind Sculptor is a Magic the Gathering card, and the Charlie Brown medallions are a series of rare misprinted Magic cards that were printed on the same press as some Peanuts comics and depict portions of those comics. And for those of you who aren't Magic players, I can tell you from experience that playing against Jace the Mind Sculptor is as painful as Lucy yanking the football away from you. Okay, buzz in and let's find... Moving right on to... Geneva Conventions 3, New Frontiers. So as we all know, the Geneva Conventions of 1929 and 1949 established, among other things, international legal standards for humanitarian treatment of prisoners of war. Now tell me this. What was established at the Geneva Convention of 1968? A computer game company, a pro football card game, a place to play tabletop games, or a major poker tournament? Oh, you stupid son of a b****. You got a really low intelligence roll, didn't you? The annual tabletop gaming convention Gen Con was founded as the Lake Geneva War Games Convention by Dungeons & Dragons creator Gary Gygax in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin in 1968.
Oh.
Something, big bucks, no. For your consideration, war crime games.
Sure.
And speaking of the Geneva Conventions, if it were a real-life war, how would the Japanese board game shogi break the Geneva Conventions of 1949? You can demand ransom for captured pieces, you can make captured pieces fight for you, you can use civilian pieces as a meat shield, or you can flip the board upside down and rage quit. In shogi, you can hold on to captured pieces and drop them out of the board as your own piece, and making prisoners of war serve a hostile power is a war crime.
Yep.
Pick a value, any value. Gotcha, okay, coming up. The Geneva Conventions are sus. Okay, one last war crime question. Now, regardless of how you feel about the game Among Us or the memes that it spawned, tell me, how was Among Us an actual real-life war crime? The game laundered money for a terrorist group, game maps were based on stolen intelligence documents, it included coded messages for illegal airstrikes, or there were Red Cross symbols on health packs.
Okay, there are no health packs in the game. There's no health.
Can you not? And then can you continue to not? The Red Cross symbol is owned by the International Committee of the Red Cross and is not in public domain, and unlicensed use of the symbol, such as on health packs and Among Us and other video games, is technically a violation of the Geneva Conventions. And while no video game developer has ever been sent to The Hague for using the symbol, I can think of a few games that should, at the very least, send whoever greenlit them to their local jail. Looking at you, Superman 64.
Would you like to go through...
Okay, how much money am I giving away? And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics. Crack those knuckles and take a crack at this dis or dat. Here's the category for your dis or dat. A blizzard of gratuitous violence. I'm going to list off 7 names, and for each one I would love for you to tell me if it's a character from the Overwatch video games or the title of a Jason Statham movie. You cash in for each one you get right, and you lose out for each one you get wrong or don't get to at all.
I think I might have a chance.
You've got 30 seconds to get all 7. Don't let that wire fill up. Ready? Hope so, because we're starting. The Transporter. Widowmaker. Soldier 76. Crank. Mean Machine. Reaper. Tracer. So close to perfect. Don't get too salty. Let's see how that carried you.
I still need
Hey, don't let it get to your head. There's more work to be done. Buzz in for the bucks, baby. Will our mystery guest enter and sign in, please? Now, class, turn to level 73. And they're off. Suppose you told your parents you won't go to school until they add video games to the curriculum. Because it was the first country to add a video game to its recommended readings in public schools, where should your parents send you? South Korea, Brazil, Poland, or Australia? You do know you're allowed to pick the correct answer, right?
Yes.
In 2020, the Chancellery of the Prime Minister of Poland added the video game This War of Mine to the country's public high school reading list. The game is based on wartime atrocities in Bosnia in the 1990s. So your parents are sending you off to Poland. And once you find out you're playing a video game about history and not playing Fortnite 8 hours a day, your pleas to come home will fall on deaf ears, you brat. Now's the time to hit your buzzer. Today's special... my lasagna recipes from Cooking Mama. Eyes on the prize. Because one of their games set the video game industry's standard of Tuesday releases, which character could convince Garfield to make it through Monday so he can love Tuesday? Zelda, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario, or Master Chief? Drop those F's in the chat, boys.
Take it.
Oops, you blew it. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was the first video game to have a coordinated global launch. Sega released the game in North America and Europe on Tuesday, November 24th, 1992, and dubbed the event Sonic Tuesday. Tuesday releases became the industry standard soon afterward. Hit your buzzer. Vroom vroom, darling.
Alright. We gotta do this roadkill.
Remember to buzz in when you see the item that correctly unites the pair on the screen. And the one of you who correctly answers the final bonus question will pocket some big bucks. Okay, let's shit this thing in overdrive. CNN host Larry and Elvis Presley's nickname. Score! Freddie Mercury's band and Elizabeth II's title.
Queen. Chess, isn't it? It's chess.
Batman is the Dark Blank, and David Hasselhoff showed
Nice.
Blank Rider. Hard hit in ice hockey, and Twitter Blue Badge.
Check.
Advancement at work, and advertisement of a product.
Promotion.
Score! The house with a blank in its walls, and to end one shift equals blank out. Score! To reproduce sexually, an Australian term of endearment.
Mate. Chess terms.
Now it's time for the bonus. What do all of the correct answers have in common? Are they all? Tabletop RPG mechanics. Types of grass you should touch. Poker hands. Esports champions. Chess. Holy smokes, you got the bonus. Yep, they're chess words. Now let's make like a chess piece and check the board. You proud of your artistry? Or fartistry? Let's go. Okay, friendo, how much money? Next on the docket. Avengers, game over. Here's the pitch. Imagine there's a new Avengers movie where the Avengers get really jealous when they find out none of their movies aren't even close to the best-selling video game of all time. How will they most likely exact revenge? Hulk smashes all the characters in Super Smash Bros. Melee, Thor charges all the creepers in Minecraft, Scarlet Witch sends Red Dead Redemption to another universe, or Peter Parker argues with Miles Morales over who's the better Spider-Man. Now, with Hulk being Professor Hulk now, he just read a 200-page thesis to Nintendo execs about why Waluigi should be in Smash Ultimate.
Oh.
The best-selling video game of all time is Minecraft, which has grossed over $3 billion over the last decade, plus more than any movie ever. But who knows? Maybe the next version of Tetris will kick its ass. Hit your buzzer and let's see how... I'd take that any day of the week. Here's the category. Gaming convention food and other culinary horrors. Showtime! Which of these made-up crossover video games combines a restaurant chain with a game by a company with the same founder? Chuck E. Cheese, Pong Champion, Sonic and Knuckles and Dave and Buster's, Five Nights at TGI Freddy's, or Space Invaders vs. Wendy's Baconators? Atari founder Nolan Bushnell founded Chuck E. Cheese in 1977, in part as a way to distribute Atari arcade games such as Pong.
Here you go.
I always knew there was something fishy about that creepy-ass robot rat. He was set in to get kids addicted to video games. The spy is laid bare now. He's a naked mole rat. Hey, I'm serious here. Rise and shine, millennials. Let's get this bread. The final boss is upon you. Here's a full heal and a loading screen tip. Allow me to introduce myself. Will your exit be as dramatic as these characters' entrances? Let's find out.
Sonic. Yep, that was Donkey Kong. Final Fantasy. Crap. Here we go. YDKJ Sports. Alright, could have done better. But I guess you could say the whole thing about the rewrite.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, your final score. Congratulations! But remember, money doesn't buy happiness. Certainly not for a hermit like yourself.
Host? I don't know. Thank you for watching YDKJ the Ride gaming history. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment in the section below. Spread the word. This is Tickets Place Gaming, and that arcade is now closed. Alright. I've been on for an insanely long amount of time. Let's see if we can find somebody to raid to and call it